Hello, design lovers! Welcome back to the Daily House Ideas, where we transform everyday spaces into something truly magical. Today, we're diving into the perfect blend of rustic charm and Halloween spirit with a complete farmhouse tour that'll have you reaching for those pumpkins and plaid blankets. If you're ready to create a warm, inviting atmosphere that celebrates the season without sacrificing that timeless farmhouse aesthetic, you're in exactly the right place. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss our cozy design inspiration. Give this video a thumbs up if you love all things farmhouse, and drop a comment below telling us your favorite Halloween tradition. Let's start where every great impression begins, your farmhouse facade. Picture the stunning exterior featuring weathered white shiplap siding paired with charcoal shutters that frame your windows beautifully. For Halloween, we're keeping it authentically rustic with clusters of heirloom pumpkins in varying sizes cascading down your porch steps. Natural hay bales create the perfect foundation for your seasonal display, while vintage brass lanterns flank your front door, glowing warmly as twilight approaches. Add a simple wreath crafted from dried wheat, eucalyptus, and miniature white pumpkins for that perfect farmhouse touch. The key here is restraint and curated rather than cluttered, letting the natural beauty of autumn speak for itself. Your porch deserves special attention this Halloween season. Layer your space with cozy textiles like buffalo check throw pillows on a weathered wooden bench or classic rocking chairs. Incorporate galvanized metal buckets overflowing with dried corn stalks and ornamental grasses for vertical interest and authentic farmhouse texture. Vintage wooden crates stacked artfully create dimension while displaying white, cream, and muted orange pumpkins. Don't overlook the power of ambient lighting. Edison bulb string lights drape overhead create that magical glow we all crave during autumn evenings. A chunky jute doormat with a simple welcome or seasonal greeting grounds the space. Remember, farmhouse style celebrates imperfection, so embrace those weathered finishes and natural patinas. Stepping inside, your entryway sets the tone for the entire home. A reclaimed wood console table becomes your focal point, styled with a vintage enamelware bowl holding your keys and a distressed wooden tray for daily essentials. Above it, hang a large salvaged window frame mirror to reflect light and create the illusion of more space. Install rustic iron hooks for coats and hats, spacing them generously for a clean, uncluttered look. Beneath the console, tuck woven baskets for shoe storage function meeting farmhouse form beautifully. A small wooden bench with a neutral linen cushion offers seating while you slip on shoes. For Halloween, add a simple arrangement of white pumpkins and a lantern with a flickering lead candle. The living room is where farmhouse Halloween truly comes alive. Start with your foundation pieces. A slip-covered sofa and warm oatmeal linen paired with a reclaimed wood coffee table displaying a wooden dough bowl filled with mixed pumpkins and gourds. Layer in texture through chunky knit throw blankets in rust and cream tones draped casually over furniture. Swap your everyday pillows for Halloween theme options featuring subtle patterns. Think tiny bats, vintage-inspired topography, or classic buffalo check in orange and black. Your fireplace mantle becomes prime real estate. Range vintage books, brass candlesticks with taper candles, and clusters of mercury glass votives. Frame it all with a garland of preserved autumn leaves and eucalyptus. Transform your dining space into a harvest celebration worthy of magazine covers. Your farmhouse table, whether it's authentic reclaimed wood or a well-loved piece, becomes the canvas for layered beauty. Start with a base of burlap or linen table runners in natural tones. Create a stunning centerpiece using a long wooden trough filled with various sized pumpkins, pillar candles in hurricane glasses, and scattered sprigs of dried wheat. Set each place with simple white stoneware plates, vintage-inspired flatware, and cloth napkins tied with jute twine and a sprig of rosemary. Mismatched wooden chairs add character and authentic farmhouse charm. Overhead, consider temporarily swapping your chandelier's standard bulbs for vintage Edison bulbs to enhance that warm, intimate glow. Your farmhouse kitchen seamlessly blends Halloween charm with daily function. Open shelving displays white ironstone pitchers filled with dried wheat and branches, while wooden cutting boards lean casually against the backsplash. Style your countertops minimally, a vintage scale holding small white pumpkins, a ceramic crock with wooden spoons, and a simple arrangement near your coffee station. Your apron front sink area can feature a small windowsill display of miniature pumpkins and a potted herb. Swap kitchen towels for seasonal options in classic stripes or subtle Halloween motifs. The key is keeping surfaces clear for functionality while adding small, intentional seasonal touches. Consider a chalkboard menu board leaning against the backsplash, listing your favorite fall recipes or harvest-inspired coffee drinks. Your kitchen cabinets deserve thoughtful attention this season. If you have glass front cabinets, style them intentionally with stacked white dishes, vintage glassware, and a few small pumpkins tucked among your everyday items. This creates visual interest without overwhelming the space. For solid cabinets, consider updating hardware temporarily with all-rubbed bronze or matte black poles that enhance the farmhouse aesthetic. The top of your cabinets offers styling opportunities. Arrange vintage baskets, large crocks, or a collection of ironstone pieces interspersed with dried botanicals. Inside cabinets, use woven baskets to corral items and maintain the organized, peaceful farmhouse vibe. Remember, farmhouse kitchens thrive on the beautiful balance between display and function. So edit ruthlessly and keep only what serves both purposes. Even your refrigerator can participate in farmhouse Halloween style without looking cluttered. If you have a traditional refrigerator, keep the front relatively clear, perhaps just a vintage-inspired magnet calendar and one small seasonal touch. For those with stainless steel appliances, consider a simple garland draped across the top or a small wreath hung with removable hooks. The space beside or on top of your refrigerator offers more styling potential. Stack vintage cookbooks, add a wooden crate with small pumpkins, or display a collection of enamelware pieces. Near your refrigerator, create a small beverage station with a glass dispenser for apple cider, vintage glasses, and cinnamon sticks for stirring. This practical addition becomes both functional and decorative. Your stove area deserves special attention as the functional heart of your farmhouse kitchen. Keep the stove top clear for cooking, but style the surrounding area beautifully. A vintage enamel pot or cast iron skillet can sit on the back burner, filled with decorative elements like small gourds or dried florals when not in use. Your backsplash offers opportunities for temporary decor. Lean a vintage cutting board or small chalkboard sign with a seasonal message. Nearby, elevate your coffee station into a cozy autumn moment. Use a wooden tray to corral your small coffee machine, mugs in classic white or cream stoneware, and a small vase with wheat stems. Add a tiny pumpkin, some cinnamon sticks in a jar, and perhaps a small chalkboard listing fall-inspired coffee recipes. The family room embodies relaxed farmhouse living with Halloween touches that feel comfortable rather than costume-like. Your flat-screen TV can be surrounded by a gallery wall of distressed frames showcasing vintage Halloween prints or autumn botanical drawings. Below the TV on your console, range a wooden trough with battery-operated candles, small pumpkins, and vintage books. Comfortable seating in neutral tones gets layered with plaid throws and velvet pillows in deep burgundy or burnt orange. A large jute rug anchors the space while adding texture underfoot. Consider a vintage wooden ladder leaning in the corner, its rungs draped with cozy throws and small wreaths. This multifunctional space should feel inviting for movie nights, homework sessions, or simply curling up with hot cocoa. Your farmhouse home office combines productivity with autumn inspiration. A small vintage desk or reclaimed wood writing table serves as your workspace. Styled intentionally to avoid clutter, position a small vintage radio on one corner, whether functional or purely decorative. It adds authentic farmhouse character. A unique small desk clock in brass or aged metal becomes both functional and beautiful. Keep your desk surface organized with vintage crocks or ceramic containers holding pens and supplies. A small desk lamp with an Edison bulb provides task lighting while enhancing the aesthetic. On the wall above, install simple wooden shelves displaying a few carefully chosen books, a small pumpkin, and perhaps a framed vintage botanical print. Near your desk, add a comfortable chair with a throw blanket for reading breaks. Every farmhouse needs a dedicated reading nook, especially during Halloween season when cozy evenings call for good books and warm blankets. Position a comfortable upholstered chair or vintage wingback in a corner with good natural light. Layer it with texture sheepskin throw, velvet pillow, and chunky knit blanket. Create an irresistibly cozy spot. Beside your chair, place a small round accent table holding a brass lamp, your current read, and a mug of tea. A basket on the floor holds extra throws and magazines. On the wall, install a simple wooden shelf displaying favorite books with spines facing out, interspersed with small pumpkins and candles. If space allows, add a small vintage footstool upholstered in grain sack fabric or ticking stripe. Your farmhouse bedroom becomes a peaceful retreat with subtle Halloween touches. The bed takes center stage, with crisp white linens layered with a vintage quilt in autumn hues and plenty of textured pillows. At the foot of the bed, drape a chunky cable knit throw in cream or soft gray. Your nightstand's weather matching or intentionally mismatched display brass or glass lamps, small stacks of books, and a single white pumpkin or dried floral arrangement. Above the bed, consider a simple wooden sign with seasonal messaging or a vintage window frame. Keep decor minimal and soothing. This space should promote rest. A wooden bench at the foot of the bed offers seating and can hold a basket of extra blankets. Vintage brass or oil-rubbed bronze hardware on dressers completes the authentic farmhouse look. Your farmhouse bathroom balances function with seasonal style beautifully. Round your wasteful. Keep countertops relatively clear. A vintage soap dispenser, a small wooden tray with rolled hand towels, and perhaps a tiny white pumpkin create just enough seasonal interest. Replace everyday hand towels with those featuring subtle autumn patterns or classic stripes in rust and cream. In the shower area, use a wooden stool or vintage metal stand to hold rolled towels and a small potted eucalyptus plant that releases wonderful fragrance in the steam. Above the wasteful, a wooden framed mirror reflects light while maintaining that farmhouse aesthetic. Store toiletries in woven baskets or vintage enamelware containers to keep surfaces organized. A simple glass apothecary jar can hold cotton balls with a few decorative mini pumpkins placed around the base. The shower area deserves thoughtful attention in your farmhouse bathroom design. Install a simple tension rod with a classic white or natural linen shower curtain. Consider one with subtle texture like waffle weave for added interest. Your shower head should be either oil-rubbed bronze or matte black to coordinate with farmhouse fixtures throughout. Inside the shower, use a corner caddy or hanging organizer in matching metal finishes to store products neatly. A small wooden stool or metal stand can hold fresh towels within easy reach. Consider adding a potted plant like eucalyptus hung from the shower head for that spa-like aromatherapy experience. Outside the shower, place a wooden bath mat or textured cotton rug to step onto. The goal is creating a clean, refreshing space that still feels cohesive with your farmhouse Halloween aesthetic. Don't overlook your farmhouse garage. During Halloween season, this functional space can embrace the aesthetic too. Install sturdy wooden shelving along walls for organized storage using galvanized metal bins and vintage wooden crates labeled clearly. Your workbench area can be styled with vintage metal toolboxes and hanging pegboard for tools displayed both functionally and decoratively. For Halloween, add a simple garland of dried leaves along the garage door opener or frame. Keep a basket near the entrance holding outdoor shoes and gardening gloves. If you park vehicles inside, ensure adequate lighting with vintage-style pendant fixtures or Edison bulb strings. A vintage metal sign or two adds character to otherwise utilitarian walls. The garage door itself can feature a simple wreath during Halloween, nothing to elaborate, just enough to extend your farmhouse style throughout the entire property. Your farmhouse patio becomes an extension of indoor comfort during Halloween season. Range weather-resistant furniture in natural materials, think teak or treated wood with comfortable cushions and neutral tones. Create an outdoor dining area with a farmhouse-style table surrounded by mismatched wooden chairs. String Edison bulb lights overhead in a zigzag pattern for magical evening ambience. Style your patio with galvanized metal tops filled with chrysanthemums, ornamental kale, and trailing ivy. Vintage metal lanterns scattered throughout provide additional lighting and authentic farmhouse character. A wooden pergola or simple canvas canopy offers shelter while maintaining the airy, outdoor feel. Add an outdoor rug and natural jute to define your seating area. For Halloween, incorporate hay bales as casual seating, topped with plaid blankets for warmth as temperatures drop. Let's talk about pulling this entire farmhouse Halloween look together cohesively. First, embrace a limited color palette. Stick with whites, creams, natural wood tones, and muted oranges with touches of black for Halloween. This restraint creates sophistication rather than chaos. Second, layer textures. Intentionally combine smooth ceramic with rough burlap, sleek metal with chunkiness. Third, embrace asymmetry and imperfection. Farmhouse style celebrates the authenticity of vintage pieces and handmade items. Fourth, edit ruthlessly when in doubt. Remove one item. Farmhouse aesthetic thrives on breathing room and intentional placement rather than filling every surface. Finally, shop your own home first. Often the best farmhouse pieces are already in your possession, just needing to be restyled or repurposed. Thrift stores, antique markets, and estate sales offer treasure troves of authentic farmhouse finds at budget-friendly prices. We've journeyed through every corner of your farmhouse, transforming each space into a warm, welcoming celebration of Halloween done the rustic way. Remember, the beauty of farmhouse design lies in its accessibility. You don't need a sprawling country property to embrace this aesthetic. Start small with one room or even one vignette, and build from there as you discover pieces that speak to you. The most important element isn't following rules perfectly. It's creating a home that feels authentically yours, filled with items that tell your story and welcome those you love. Thank you so much for spending this time with us here at the Daily House Ideas. If you found inspiration in today's Farmhouse Halloween tour, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe so you never miss our design adventures. Comment below and tell us which room you're most excited to style this season. Until next time, happy decorating!